Peace and power. We got people in here already. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in. Do anybody else do stuff like this? I don't think so. I just do me. Peace and power, Nate. Peace and power. Is that Dahan? Yasmin Courtney. Hola. Ooh, she. Hi. Angel Army. Peace and power to you, sis. We got you booked, girl. I'm squeezing you in, honey, tomorrow. You already know what it is. Mama just gonna tell it to you just like it come. Peace and power, Glass Moon. Sup, Glass Moon. It's like I can hear y'all words, which is beautiful. It's amazing. Let me give y'all a few more minutes to come on in here. Yeah, before we get started, I want to give some updates. Got some updates. And, woo, the energy. This energy is just, oh my goodness. I mean, can y'all feel the shift has hit the motherfucking fan? Yes, it has. Woo! I don't know what I'm going to share with you today because I do not live using my left brain hemisphere. And that has really, really benefited me to not get stuck in my ways. So yeah, I just ebb and flow through every day, every moment. And I just felt the pull to do this. I've been so busy lately. So since I launched the Dark Goddess University and New You Mystery School, it's been busy. Peace and power, woman's loving life. How are you? Weirdo gang. I already know what it is. You already know what it is. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. Nice to see y'all. So, I want to first start off with some announcements, okay? We're going to be speaking in South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, with Ani Asaru of the Spiritual Shade Room. If you follow him on IG, he's having a metaverse conference that we're going to be a part of. So I'm going to be one of the speakers. If you have not followed us on IG, be sure to do that. If you do not know me, to the newbies and to the day ones, I'm Campson the Oracle. I am one whole of Remnants Gathering. My twin is downstairs with our daughter right now. So I pulled away because I almost felt like it was out of line for me to continue the rest of my evening without stopping in and doing this. So yes, that's going to be so epic. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but if you want to be able to live stream with us and watch the full conference from the comfort of your home, all you have to do is follow our links to Patreon. Y'all, this shirt is really irritating me. Let me just do this. I don't like when I'm looking frumpy, wrinkly. I don't like to look wrinkly. Just ignore me. So yeah, follow us on Remnants Gathering. Instagram is Remnants Gathering, WGG. Okay, the flyer's on there. I know some of y'all might be even close to the area, so pull up. You know, we would love to be able to meet some of y'all in person and just be able to feel that energy, you know, of like-mindedness. So yes, there's that. That is the first announcement, which is really big. You know, we had to start our IG all over again because I posted some content that was not acceptable to the technocracy. Okay, it is what it is. So help us rebuild that up so we continue to reach more people. To those who have sent donations, thank you. We appreciate you. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Real talk, because after working for 15 years and pretty much doing podcasts every week for free, you know, it was just like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And I knew that it was time for me to level up, to make sure that there is sacred energy exchanges taking place between us. Otherwise, it doesn't benefit anybody. So the souls that are here and the souls that may watch this later, I feel like you will be able to resonate with this message. But we are all being challenged now. All of a sudden, we're having these other options open up in front of us, opportunities, you know. So you may be having that happen. Maybe you're wanting to switch jobs. Maybe you are wanting to find a healthier way of managing your time and your energy. Maybe you are wanting to be more authentic and you're trying to figure out the strategies for doing that. We shouldn't even have to strategize on how to be authentic, but you do. You have to go through the journey of finding yourself and figure out who you are, right? So tonight, I'm so happy to be finally telling y'all about this. So tonight, I have a meditation that I have been using for myself that I'm uploading to help you embrace your full self, okay? Light, dark, and all. Because for most of y'all, the thing that you're gonna do, that you're being led to do right now, it's gonna require faith in your own self and courage. It is not going to be something that you're going to feel super comfortable and confident with. You might start off doing it with questions in your mind, with doubt, with self-doubt, like, should I really be doing this? Just remember that this is a simulation. We are in a hologram. And we have these bodies so that we can experience the whole holographic experience. So don't overthink it. Allow yourself to be in your heart. Don't pay attention to numbers. Numbers are lying right now. I don't know what's going on with this, but like numbers have been real big liars. So maybe you're like, I don't have that many friends, or not that many people like me, or I don't really have anybody I can call on. Just be careful about what you're saying, what you're in agreement with your words, to make sure that your words are supporting the person you are becoming and not the person you used to be. So, like if you're looking at numbers, that could be your bank account, that could be maybe you're closing a deal on something, looking at numbers, and it's kind of like, just know that numbers are lying right now, big time. Speaking from a space of just reading energy, it's almost like numbers have been weaponized to make you question yourself. It could be your weight. It could be the number of times your husband forgot to tell you happy anniversary. It could be just anything. The number of anything right now is fucking lying to people to keep us from harnessing the mindsets, the day-to-day routines that are going to support the people we are becoming. So if you are trying to do something and you find yourself being more critical than usual, question yourself like, should I really be doing this, or is this really going to benefit me? Just remember that the numbers do lie. Numbers are lying. Also remember that when you are watching other readers and psychic mediums and other people in the spiritual community, numbers lie. Okay? So you might think that because you see 100,000 views on this or 3,000 likes on that, that maybe that validates the vessel of whatever they're doing. Numbers lie. So don't let the numbers trick you. If something feels off, fuck the numbers. You go with the feeling, because we are developing deeper trust for ourselves and our own ability to observe, perceive, and make decisions that are going to be beneficial for us. Okay? So that's one other thing that I've been feeling right now, super, super strong. Is this resonating to anybody? Woo, I talked about this today. Yes. When you see what I'm talking about, sis. Yes. Yep, my bank account lying. Girl, my bank account been lying. I'm just like, this is a lie. It ain't the devil. It's the numbers. Like, no, we're not doing this. I am so abundant that I don't have to allow numbers to be my master, right? So, like, I went out to eat, whatever it is. Like, find something to do to challenge yourself. So maybe you just got $5 and you ride and you're like, dang, I need to put gas in the car for work tomorrow. Like, gas expensive, yada, yada, yada. That is the moment for you to do some alchemy, some mental alchemy, and be able to create a situation for yourself, right? So like that's happening, you can challenge that. Like, you could challenge that. Don't just in your mind work with the mental alchemy of transmuting that thought or whatever you are observing, but say, I'm gonna give some money to this homeless person right here, even though I ain't got $5. And you're not doing this on no religious, oh universe, please, please, please send this back to me. This is just, I am unattached to these numbers because the breath that is in my body, I am 1 in a million, right? Out of 1,000,000 sperm cells and thousands of eggs, here I sit. I am abundant in my being. I am abundant in my breath. I am abundant in my ability to detach from beliefs and consciousness and societal conditionings that are not serving me. They are actually being a disservice. I am abundant in that, right? Just switch it to what you are abundant in that moment, okay? So I'm kind of like giving a little law of attraction with a few other things mixed in there so that you can challenge the simulation, because yeah, they definitely got the simulation set to really, really, really fuck with us right now. So it's cool. I'm letting you know. So when it happens, just be like, oh, camps in the oracle. I already talked about this. Like, I already know what to do. This is my mental alchemy moment. And like, literally visualize your ancestors being there with you, like watching you. I've been on some real, like real, talking to myself, talking to my ancestors, talking to the trees, the plants, the weather, talking to my cup, talking to my water, like really own that a lot. And that seems to be repellent for the archons who want me to get into these negative states of loops of thinking, so that I don't feel enough, so that I don't feel I'm smart enough, good enough, strong enough to do whatever it is that I am desiring to do, or I'm being getting the opportunity to do. So that keeps the ego in check, and in a healthy way. Ego TKO, which is some of the strategies that we've been talking about in New You Mystery School. And with the ego TKO, it's basically you being able to do mental alchemy in the moment. This is what we have been quickened to do. So as your DNA is awakening, as you're having Kundalini quickenings and awakening, as you are having these moments of just realizing who you really are, just know that that's happening so that you could do something about it. Because if you have been someone who have been talking about this energy changing, how you feel yourself changing and all of that, right? Let's just say you're realizing like, oh my goodness, I am magical, and oh my goodness, I really can work this law of attraction shit. Oh my goodness, I really can focus on something with strong intention and then detach from it, and I see results. I'm looking through my journal like, damn, okay, yeah, it's not as bad as the numbers are making it seem, because the whole simulation is just zeros and ones encoding certain frequencies and patterns to produce mind thoughts, loops and visuals in the mind. You're just taking control of that. So I'm talking to everything because I'm respecting everything in a new way, because I'm expecting for the universe to respect me in a new way, because I'm showing up that way. So I'm not a vibrational match for disrespect, right? I'm not a vibrational match for low self-worth. I'm not a vibrational match for fear anymore. I can feel fear, but I am not attached to it. I do the mental alchemy on it, and then I just move past it, right? So what this does is this protects you. This protects you from the psychic attacks that's happening. So Wedigo is like really been turned up lately too. Wedigo jump in and have you feeling like just ain't nothing you go ever do go ever help you accomplish anything. And you have to be able to say, no, hold up, wait a minute. I am a creator. I am extension of source energy. I am powerful. When my words align with my heart, I make shit happen. And you just have to pause for a moment and challenge the hologram. Don't let the hologram bully you. When that bully coming, you just be on your matrix shit. You just be like, oh, no, no, we ain't doing that. That shit moving in slow motion right past me because I'm observing myself, right? So these are some of the things that we've been teaching in New You Mystery School. And, if this sounds like something you really want to get into, I'm telling you, it's so much fun. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep it at this price, but because we just got started this year, we marked it down. So it's usually valued at $444, and everybody that I consulted told me, what the basic rate should be. But I wasn't comfortable doing that at first. Intuition told me not to, because I know a lot of us are going through resets with our own personal karma that we create with our belief systems. which is impacting some of us as far as currency in the material world. So I wanted to make sure as many people as possible could get in. So in the New You Mystery School, in case you're wondering, like, this is the shit that we've been on. So every single thing that I have used and has helped me, I'm just combining all of that and teaching it into the class. So some of these strategies are new strategies, which is why I said new magic. So after you do the meditation tonight that I created, you're going to feel new magic inside of you. This meditation is going to activate your ability to embrace the shadow aspects about yourself that you have learned and discovered. And I know we all have. The universe is a black scrying mirror right now, because we are in black primordial waters of noon, which is why I named the school New You Mystery School, new in you. And so that energy is back on the planet to assist us in becoming alchemists. So whatever is showing up in your life, you just have to be in a space of saying, no matter how bad this feels or seems, I trust the process. That I am being directed and taught and led by my higher self, my spirit guides, my ancestors, to be able to co-create a reality that is going to support what my soul is here to experience. And for a lot of y'all, y'all still are nervous about what other people may think or how other people may treat you. You might get judged behind some of the things maybe you're thinking about doing or wanting to be or experience. You know, and that's a really, 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 really low vibrational place to experience every day. So if that is happening to you with New You Mystery School, we're going to be working together as a group, right? And most of everything that we do is to help us to shed those stories, to shed the narrative, you know, of this is not going to be acceptable, you know, and ultimately that's what seems like every person on this planet on some level is feeling, the fear of not being your full self, but at the same time, what I might have to sacrifice might be too much. I might not be able to deal with what I have to sacrifice. So, you know, if you're feeling like that, just one step at a time, you know, micro goals, just one step at a time. But the magic that's been coming through me is so new. It's blowing my mind. And I asked the question, like, the curriculum that's in New You Mystery School, like, this is not stuff that you get everywhere else. These are things that have been hidden from us, you know. And so I wanted to consistently see how often I can have an outcome. So I created a Oshun secret potion, and in that, when I used it, like within 10 minutes of using it, what I set the intention for had already happened. I posted that whole spell on the Patreon, so you can have access to that if you go there. We have tiers from $1 to $111, so it's something there for everybody. You know, we are giving as many tools as possible, no matter where you are financially or on your spiritual journey and what you're ready for. All the tools are there, and it was amazing. And I said, oh shoot, like I do this, and it's just all off of pure connection here, pure heart chakra connection, detaching from fear, detaching from the way that I judge myself and perceive myself. I don't take that with me into my spell work. And I was like, is that why it always works for me? Like, it's very rare that I do a meditation or set intentional or healing ceremony and I don't have an outcome. And she was just like, because you know how important it is to first hold the vibration that is in alignment with the attention. And so you will notice, because it's what I realized, you will notice that in these moments, whatever it is that you are experiencing, right in the moment where you're experiencing something that if you truly open your heart to receive, believe it, it will produce like massive amounts of energy to support you on your journey. So as soon as that happens, just visualize invisible drones in the air. As soon as that happens, you start getting hit with all type of inner critical dialogue, doubt, fear, all of that. So just know that this is what the hologram is doing right now, so that the people who are able to step outside of themselves and observe with love, with compassion, and just observe that moment, it does make you more mentally resilient, and it makes you more emotionally open to receive energy. So a lot of us have spent most of our lives giving out energy, but we don't really know how to receive that energy back. So, when I go into these channelings, sometimes I'll have a trance like state come over me, and I'll just know exactly what to do, how to pray over the herbs. And it's interesting because recently somebody was just like, "Yeah, we heard you was a witch," and it said in a negative way, like as if the discussion is something that's negative. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, I'm touching more lives, people who I went to their church with, and they were pastors. So if being a witch, if there's this term that has been attached to someone who works with energy in reverence and respect, but also in power and confidence, knowing who you are, and if that is what has been termed as a witch, I guess I am that, whatever you call it. And I'm very detached from other people's perception of me, and it doesn't shake my confidence anymore. It actually makes me more confident, because that's how I know that I'm doing something that's beneficial. Because if everyone is praising me and nobody never has an issue with anything that I'm doing, well, I'm probably acquiescing to the exact same simulation and the dimensional thought blueprints within my mind. I'm just kind of illusion of a screen that makes it look as if I am. So it's just really interesting how this is happening. So own all of who you are. And if that's been difficult for you to do, it may not be what I'm talking about, but the meditation is going to begin at 11:11 tonight. That's Central Time. That was very intentional. A lot of magic went into that. Ever since I stayed up 2 nights in a row working on this, and ever since I've been catching 444, 1111, 222, 333, 555, and 888 all day for the last 2 days. And so I got like 15,000 screenshots in my phone now, and because I make a big deal out of synchronicities so that the universe knows I am listening. I am open to receive instruction in this direction, right? Yes, it means wise woman. Thank you, Goddess One. Yes. So see, when you do the Eco TKO strategy that I shared in the last class on New Year Mystery School, what happens is you feel compassion for the person that used to maybe trigger or irritate you with what they had to say. So now it's just like, oh my goodness, are you a devil worshiper? Because I saw you post something about this. And at first, it'd be kind of like, she mean. Now it's just like, this person is still in the artificial womb matrix. And I feel compassion for that, because that is a spiritual prison. That is a spiritual concentration camp. And yeah, if I would have, if only I would have known what I know now, things would be so different. So I feel compassion for them now. Even if they got negative energy and just keep talking, it don't bother me. So just practice being able to do that. And if you need help in the New You Mystery School, what we are doing are group coaching. So it's small groups. That way we can answer all of your questions. We're using every type of magic, spiritual practice, personal development. You're not going to even be able to guess what the next homework assignment and the next class assignment is going to be. Is so out the box, and it's mixed with new magic and ancient magic. And so the meditation tonight is because I know some of you kind of you're really wanting to fully invest in your spiritual self, releasing the judgment and just allowing your heart to be open to learn. But the thing that's getting in the way is what I was talking about. You have yet to embrace all of who you are. So until you can see that negative thing about yourself with love, perfect example for me, I lost 50 pounds, and you're going to have a lot of skin when you lose 50 pounds. So back in the day, it would be like, oh, I really don't want to get plastic surgery, but I feel like I really should. And I would go back and forth in my mind about that. And now it's just like, girl, that skin cute. You know what I'm saying? Girl, look at that little hanging. It's crazy. It's just, it's like I'm not making a big deal about those things. And what it does is it allows my vibration to be higher. And then guess what? I can visualize that reducing. And it does. It works, and it has. So if you saw the pictures I posted on Instagram, like that's my current size, and that I've been managing just with intuition, body scanning, divination tools, pendulums, using my dowsing rods to choose my foods, things like that. So I'm teaching all of this in the New Mystery School, everything that I possibly can. I'm teaching. So yeah, if you've been on the fence about it, do the meditation tonight so that you can embrace your shadow aspects, because without working on the shadow, the subconscious mind, without working on your personal trauma, without dealing with that, it does require a tools, mindset, but also support and accountability. Otherwise, you will find yourself just not being disciplined and not being committed to doing whatever it is you know you need to do every single day. And I've been on that for so long now, where it's just like discipline is reigning, you know. So you'll be able to have help with that, and you'll be able to say, okay, I'm struggling with this. So it's so important that we do this right now, because more of these portals are continuing to open. And a lot of us have been unintentionally creating thought forms and magical babies with our mindsets. And I think it's so smart to cause people to feel afraid of the things that will actually empower them and allow them to transmute their trauma. That's some smart shit. You know, to tell somebody, don't go over there in that bush because it's a snake in that bush and it'll bite you. When reality, you go over in that bush and it's a snake in there, and it's gonna give you wisdom and gonna tell you what's really going on with you, so that you're able to be free of the shit that's been limiting you. I think it's pretty smart, but at some point you got to be accountable for the fact that if you've made it this far to awaken and you're standing and looking at the bush, is nobody is holding you back anymore. It's just the haunted voices in your mind of things from the past. So don't let that make you forfeit your future and not believe in yourself. We also support each other's businesses. So whatever, if you look on the community tab, you'll see someone that's in that class. He is doing amazing in a bodybuilding competition to raise money for disabled veterans. And so, yes, we're promoting him on all of our platforms just for being a part of that. So, you know, I don't know a lot of other people who are doing that, but you will have that. And this is only for people who are really serious. If you still are judgmental and fearful of dark goddesses and things like that, anything dealing with kundalini, anything dealing with left-hand path things, archetypes of the mind, Carl Jung, which is just the demons of Goetia, like this, it's so many things, but we've been living in a space of judgment and fear for so long. We don't know what to trust. We don't know who to trust. And I'm sitting back looking as someone who reads energy at people and how they moving and some of the stuff they doing, and I'm just like, if their intuition enough, and they're getting attached with entity attachments, magical stuff, and you don't have anybody to, you know, assist you with that. Like, you actually do more damage to yourself than you do benefit to yourself in the avoidance of something that may have massive amount of healing for you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Also, after the meditation tonight at 11:11, be sure that you visit our website. We have new products. We have a new blog, integrity, that we have to operate in to truly anchor the vibration of radical self-acceptance and love. That is what's going to elevate you. So no matter what's been going on in your life, I'm telling you, the mental alchemy is what's going to elevate you and bring in compassion to everything that shows up. everything. This shit gonna elevate you so fast. And that spell that I did with Oshun, whew, like, I'm just like, oh my goodness, if people could just hold a vibration of trusting the process, knowing they are worthy and who they are. Y'all, we got to do that. You got to do whatever it takes. If you don't do none of the free courses, the paid courses, the webinars, lectures, the New You Mystery School, we still got plenty of stuff for you. But it don't matter where you're getting it from. Just make sure that the source is coming through as a clear channel. So that's why I don't hide anything. I live very open and transparent, and I always have. People have to question, who am I working with? What energies am I working with? Because there are people out here that I'm telling y'all, if only you could see what's going on in the background. So see, because I live from a place of integrity and I don't operate in false morality that was given to me by other people, it allows me to be transparent and be just who I am right here all the fucking time, because I love all of me. There's no way I'm going to repress any part of who I am for the sake of what somebody else thinks, because then that energy is attached to me, and when I communicate, guess what? That energy is also going to transmit. So be super careful about that, because now that we're not having to wear these masks anymore, masks are literally coming off. And we're seeing ourselves. You might have pulled off 3 masks and like, damn, I had another mask on. Like, I thought that was really me. You know, this is what's happening. This is the self-realization to be able to truly meet yourself and see yourself. So as we are not having to wear masks anymore, this is happening where we can't hide anything anymore. And a lot of people are going to break up. A lot of people are going to want to reset their relationship. Me and Ernest more so like relationship resets. We do them as needed. To me, that's evolved love. You know, so we're having to elevate to a 5D love for ourselves first before we can do it for anybody else. I'm telling y'all, this shit is epic. Some of y'all are letting fear stop y'all from doing something. You don't have to get rid of the fear. You don't have to feel like the fear is even a bad thing, right? It's just because you're trying something new, something different, you know? And so respect the fear and be like, I understand why I'm feeling this. Let me try to get my connection to what's going on. That's within all of us by masquerading effects aside to appease their standards. Let's embrace our original skin. Fear is the main issue. It's better to be fearless. Some may disagree. It's cool. I had so much fun being fearless and vulnerable now. It's just like, take me as I am. Or not. And being unattached. I don't expect anybody to love me. I don't expect anybody to make me happy. I don't expect anybody to fix my problems. I have, my expectations are very low. My standards are very high, but my expectations of others is very low. So that when something does happen, it's like, it wasn't because I felt like I expected it to happen and now they're feeling pressure from me because I expected it. It's just like, oh, I wasn't even expecting that. And it just makes it that much sweeter to be unattached. But it was through working with dark goddesses, the triple dark goddesses, that I was able to learn the wisdom from the mother, the maiden, and the crone on how to live like deeply in my heart, right? But detached at the same time. And I think a lot of us, that's what we've been trying to do. You don't want to go numb, right? You want to feel, you want to open your heart chakra, but at the same time, you don't want to get too attached because you have been hurt before, you have been abandoned and all of that. So it's just the more you open up, I'm telling you, just open up. So just breathe with the meditation tonight, breathe deeply and just allow the vibration of those words work through you, because I'm telling you, the thing that we have been told to fear the most is the thing that has the most amount of healing power. And if you really look at it with the rise in mental illness, if you really pause for a moment, you'll see that the metaverse is a new narcotic, just like religion was for people who can't find a way to embrace. And that's going in and I don't know what's up. So yeah, so like if this information like is confirming something to you, or help gave you clarity, you know, be sure to hit the super chat or share a donation, because we don't want to have to cut back. We want to do more. We want to do more because I see where we're heading, and I'm telling you, I am telling you, y'all, we have to do more. Everybody's here for a different reason, different path. Yeah, like Ralph Smart. Yeah, another. Yeah, absolutely. We're here for something different. I'm just to be able to look at the shadow collective and each personal shadow people I do readings with, and to be able to give them numerous ways to love that part of them, to where they can actually break through the blockages. It is no feeling like that in the world that I have experienced yet. And I just got through reading testimonials last night because I hadn't caught up on them. I'm just very unattached. So it's like I'm not looking at testimonials every day. It's probably been 2 months. And I went and looked at them, and I was just like in tears, like crying, like, yo, this we are on an epic quest. And some of us are not, we know we are not living our best life. But it seems like it's so hard sometimes to shake those things that you have been doing and believing in for so long. You know, so I get it. I definitely get it. But we want to be there and be of that support. So, you know, be sure to go and check out Patreon. The link is always in the description. And if you go to the website, it's easy to find there too. But I'm telling you, when you really start loving yourself unconditional, right? And you do shit and let judge you. Like, you do things and you know you probably go get judged, but you to feel yourself up with so much love to embrace your shadow self. It's just like, I welcome it. I welcome it all. And they throw in tomatoes and shit. And you're just like, it's organic, I bet. You know, it's all a state of mind. And so for me, it's like using my voice to bring healing to other people, right? Ashe, who is that? Look, I'm telling y'all, I don't want y'all to feel like I'm on some other shit trying to manipulate, but it's been hard times financially because we're putting way too much money into our business. But this is my heart's passion. Thank you, Jerry. Is that my brother up in here that slid in here? I'm gonna have to call Ernest. Ernest! I'm gonna have to tell y'all know I'm country, excuse me. Was that too loud? I wouldn't care if it was. But it's just being in this space. What's up, bro? Tell Ernest Jerry on the line. Okay. So, yeah, you go, baby. You have to go downstairs and get him, Jerry. So, oh my goodness, Jerry, y'all just don't even know. Like, this is one of my soul brothers right here. But yeah, Jerry got to talk and catch up. But y'all just showing up like this. We got to show up like this, or the paradigm is not going to shift. If we continue to acquiesce, if we continue to conform to what other people's standards expect us to be, to make them comfortable with us because we're afraid to be rejected and abandoned, we are perpetuating the exact same trauma that we're saying we're here and wanting to heal. You see, you can't do the double talk anymore. Like, you got to choose your path now, because you don't have potency when you do make moves, right? And it don't have the outcome because you were divided. 80% of you doubted it. You know, 10% of you was worried about what other people are going to think. And then the other 10 was just a bunch of unconscious stuff that you ain't even aware of is getting in the way. So, like, just release yourselves from that, okay? Like, we're supporting where to go, the mind virus. We're supporting the archons when we don't show up, just showing up authentic. If you broken, you're just broken. You just show up like that. If you go to work, you don't have to smile all the time. I mean, unless you're serving food at a drive-thru or something, like when people mean mug me, if I'm going through a drive-thru, make me not want the food, so please smile. But you know, I'm saying, like, you don't have to put the mask on all the time. It's exhausting. And because we are being quickened, can't you feel it inside of yourselves? Can't you feel inside of your body? Do you feel the vibrations? My ear has been ringing for the past 2 days. I knew I was supposed to get on here because they was just like, no, we're going to ring your ears all night. Ring, 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 ring. I'm like, y'all on some old rotary phone shit in my ear. I was like, okay, let me just get on here and do this. But yes, y'all, we cannot play small. Exactly, Sa. No more playing small. That love does not move that way. Love needs expansion. And so a lot of us, we're like constricted like this, right? So I'm not allowing love to show itself to me in any way unless it's exactly how I want it to be. And so yeah, just being open for that. So like I'm being really, really pulled to pull a card. Pull a card. I'm really being pulled to pull a card. And the card is Brazilian Night, which is flexibility. Hey, we mentioned. That was not intentional, but flexibility. I've been working on my heart chakra all day today. So I wore green. Look at this. Look at this. Flexibility, that beautiful Brazilian night. That's pure heart chakra energy right there. Be flexible. Be so flexible where you're even like, you know what? Maybe my standards need to be readjusted. I can be flexible. You know, maybe I should be open to trying a new way of doing this or a new way of exercising or eating something else. Maybe I should open myself up, right, to explore my own personal self in a new way. Even better, can you find something that make you fucking scared? If you can find something that scares you, that is some type of personal development, whether it's mystical, because I love mystical stuff because there's so much juicy wisdom and gnosis and esoteric information, occult astrology, divination. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Learn about crystals. There's so much information there. But whatever fits for you, but maybe it's something you to try something different. So find something that you're afraid to do and do it. That's how you challenge love. That's how you take that love and you say, oh, I'm so scared, but my love is bigger than this. And for me, it's like being vulnerable sometimes. I don't want to be vulnerable sometimes because it's not comfortable always. But it's like I love me enough to be uncomfortable. I used to couldn't handle it, but I can handle it, you know? So it's just like open up, breathe, and open up and let your heart receive. People say it is more blessed to give than to receive. And I'm in a space of saying, no, that's not true. When you allow yourself to have authentic thoughts, your mind begins to challenge the conversations within you and outside of you that aren't serving your highest purpose. And so you say no, because I'm in a space of realizing that I don't even know how to receive love. I don't even know how to trust people. I don't even know how to trust the process of my spiritual awakening because I cannot receive, because I'm stuck in resistant mode, right? I'm just resistant to everything that feels like I can't control it. And just enjoy the journey sometimes and lighten up. We have to do this to shift this paradigm. You are doing very important work. If you are watching this, like, I'm not easy to find, you know? These are divine appointments, so be flexible. Some of y'all just need to be flexible. Even in your jobs and what you're doing and what you're desiring to do, be flexible in that too. You don't, just because you have a degree in something don't mean that you have to do that thing with that degree forever. Be flexible. I'm telling you, the soul is suffocating right now and it needs to experience flexibility. So for me, finding something that I was afraid of was working with the wisdom of the triple dark goddesses. That was real scary for me. But guess what? Look where I am now. The amount of love, the amount of honesty. They show up with their weapons. Like, I can respect you. Because I'm like, you like me. You know, like I realize that this planet is a prison planet. This is really a dimension of hell, right? It wouldn't even make sense for me not to have no weapons. Why am I more comfortable with angels because they don't have weapons, or maybe they just got a sword, they look angelic, but they have a whole other side to them just like we do, right? So it's just like, that's because I am incapable of looking beyond the physical form and feeling the energy of whatever it is that I am observing. That's really what it is. It's the inability to see past what people told you should stay away from. And this is why a child will walk up to a lion and pet it, because a child has not been programmed to believe that this lion is nothing but a predator that is going to eat them. You know? Yeah. So, you know, we've seen this over and over again. And like, until you get in a space of unconditional love like that, where you don't have judgment for anything, yes, you are going to experience that judgment on yourself when you make certain decisions. So don't be surprised when you make these decisions, people try to make you feel guilty, you know. This is just a simulation, just testing us to see if we really, really want that smoke. And I really want that smoke. I do. So I'm challenging myself every single day to live from my heart. And so don't release the expectations. Stop trying to fix yourself right now. Like, it's not about fixing yourself. Find what resonates and stick with it long enough to see an outcome. Trust the process, release the resistance, have more fun, and be less judgmental. The most open-minded people, this is so ironic, religious people seem to be very judgmental, right? But when the people that I have had interactions with who just live from a space of non-judgment, right? It's that vibe is a whole different vibe. It's like one of them is like pseudo, I accept you as you are. And the other is like, no, I really accept you as you are. So, you know, when you see Sekhmet or Kali, you know, and they are like, they are the energy of chaos, just like Mother Nature. Mother Nature can heal you, but she can also kill your ass very easily. Ain't nobody walking around the planet like, Mother Nature is the devil. Well, why is Mother Nature the devil? Well, because the waves was too big and the tidal waves happened and destroyed this and that. Like, you don't hear that, right? Because we respect Mother Nature's ability to be in every aspect of the wheel of life, beginnings and endings. And she always recycles. She always transmutes. There's always alchemy happening. Like that is worthy of sacred honor, right? So when in interacting with the dark goddesses, it was so beautiful. My heart felt so much love. It freaked me out. I was just like, yo, I thought y'all was just like, go be scared the hell out of me and shit in the middle of the night, just like, boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was scared. Like, people made me feel like I was gonna die or go to hell or something, you know. And they laughed and they were just like, yeah, well, you know how propaganda would be if it was you. What about all the black and brown people that are on mugshots on the news, as if other races don't be committing those same crimes and probably worse? And I was just like, yeah. So that was just like, we just showing you our weapons. Like, you want to walk with somebody who only has an olive branch, or do you want to be with somebody who got a sickle, a sword, and arrows, and a bunch of other shit? I'm like, I definitely need to be with you, right? And so before you can step out further in your spiritual journey, like, there is just a level of integration you need with yourself. So even in dealing with the dark goddesses, they are aspects of us. All of this is aspects of us. This is untapped potential is what it represents. So I'm going to get up here in a minute. Let me see what y'all saying. Hi, Lisa. Is it Lisa or Lessa? Duval. Yes, I choose to use my voice today and share my truth. I spent a couple hours feeling guilty for taking up space. Yes, it's part of the process. I told you. I was definitely brave, though, and felt the sadness. See, now you got to be proud of yourself for that, and like really celebrate yourself for that. So just take a moment and just stand in the mirror and make eye contact with your own soul and be like, honey, you did that. You might not be as, you might not say like, you kind of think, girl, you did that. Or however it come out, let it come out authentic and just give that celebration to you. I'm telling y'all are gonna notice immediate results. Cool from Rock and Roll, you said it is hell. That makes sense. Yes, that's why the very first thing you do when you come to the planet is you inhale. Because you're in hell. The 3D simulation. Yes, it is a level of hell. I've experienced 9 levels of hell, and this is one of them when I had my near-death experience. It absolutely is. Yeah, and this is something you learn when you work with plant magic too, as well. You'll see what I mean about that. It's like manifestation of manifesting money too, right? Yes. So there's abundance of money that is right now being queued up for certain people. Can you be flexible? Can you allow your abundance to come in and however it needs to, right? However it needs to. And yes, a lot of us income, I'm telling you, hold the vibration. If you want to try something, I combine crystal grids with Oshun. You don't have to have the Oshun potion to do it. You could use any herbs or spices like cinnamon that bring in abundance with that. But that's on Patreon. Go, don't sleep on that, y'all. Like that stuff on there, it has been working so well. So if this resonates with your heart, go to Patreon. But part of this is us getting rid of the fear of making commitments. Because I know me, I've been a patron for Dr. Arlene Bay since he started. And there have been some months where I kind of felt like I kind of needed that money. But I was like, this is part of my commitment to people that I feel like are doing the best that they can to assist us in this process of being in this underworld energy, the duat, right? The halls of a mentee. So this is Judgment Day. This is the rapture. This is the quickening. It's all mixed up together. This is the bifurcation. We're exiting one frequency and entering into another. So yes, you have been in hell, but guess what? Now you are getting your construction tools together so that you can lay the foundation to create your heaven in hell. Heaven in hell, you get it? You get it? So like it's you. It is you. You are the key. So you are the key. You know, and I don't know. I'm excited about what's happening, but I know for some people it's gonna feel like too much. So if you already been feeling like, oh, it's just too much, it's too much, like don't judge it. If you feel like it's too much, just accept it. It feels like this is too much, but I'm not gonna judge it, right? And just be with that. Just be with that. I can be with this. Whatever's happening, too much anxiety, too much fear, too many people, you know, I feel like people are talking about me because right now, a lot of people are sending evil eye energy to one another because we are being triggered to heal ancient trauma. And so for people who are not masters of self, for people who have unintegrated with their shadow self, for people who have no idea that the mind is the temple of Solomon, you know, and I break all this down in World Consciousness Part 1 and 2, which is on the website as well. So for people who don't know that, they become magnets for the archons, right? They become conduits for where to go, and they're constantly emitting this from them. It's ironic that people who have been vaccinated, they said they're emitting this frequency. They even have, that's another, I can't have that conversation here. That's Patreons. Go over there too. Stuff, censor stuff, ban stuff that I can't say here. But y'all be trying to hold this stuff in, and like I have to get it out of me. So it's steady coming in. So before y'all start really getting deep in the metaverse and stuff, like really work on getting integrated with yourself so that you're not in there creating magical babies in thought forms that may be energy that you're going to have to reconcile later. Okay? You welcome Coco for rock and roll. Yes, the shrooms are just everything. You really have to approach any plant medicine with serious reverence in your heart. Like really, but that's definitely very helpful. You got some cinnamon in the kitchen. Good. See, just you keep it simple. That's why I'm just like, you know, y'all I ain't trying to get y'all to just give me your money and give me your money. I'm gonna tell you what's up anyway. You know. So yeah, use what you got. Use what you got. Yeah, the Decepticons, right. Your cat looking at your phone like she for real know what's going on. That's what I'm talking about, Angel. Our cats be knowing what's up. They do. They really do. But yes, keep it simple. Love is the way. This meditation tonight, I cannot wait to read y'all comments because I know we're about to really get some really amazing stories. But be careful where you put your energy. Be picky, okay? Don't just let everybody have your energy because they want it. Don't just let everything, like be choosy, be a choosy lover. Love yourself more, be a choosy lover. And if you really want that smoke, New You Mystery School. If you just want a little bit of smoke, then we got tears for you too. But for people who really want to be held accountable for actually doing the work and following through, that's New You Mystery School. All right. Ashe. Y'all already know what it is, right? What is we about to say? Can we get intimate with our third eyes for a moment and awaken our pineal gland? Yes. Man, your third eye has just been kissed. Peace and power.